Welcome to Explain America. I'm your host, Kyle Becker. Now, if you have been following the Epstein files saga, and it's been going on for quite a few weeks now, you might be wondering, where are the files at? Pam Bondi said they were on her desk. Well, Pam Bondi did try to do something about this, and she filed a brief with the court in New York. And well, we just heard back from them, and it's going to be really surprising to hear this. Well, before we get into this, please like, share, and comment Explain America. We appreciate your support for common sense journalism. Now, one of the things that the U.S. government, and specifically the Department of Justice, can do to really allay some concerns to the American people about the Epstein scandal and who might be implicated in it would be to release the documents that are in the court system, and that includes the grand jury documents. Well, one of the judges in Manhattan on Monday rejected the Trump administration's request to release the grand jury transcripts. And you might be wondering why. Because the Department of Justice filed the case with it and said, well, there's an abundant public interest in this case. The judge actually doesn't care. One of the things that the judge said with his order is that there is no there. And his response was that there was nothing to really learn. This is absolutely unacceptable in our court system because we hear all the time, we live in a democracy, right? This means the American people have the final say on what is important to them and what is not. We did not have a constitution put in place so that unelected judges can decide for themselves what is in the public interest and what is not. And this judge, well, he is absolutely corrupt and out of his depth. This judge, Paul Engelmeyer, who's been nothing but a twerp and a thorn in the side of the American people throughout the Trump administration, has taken it on himself to decide what we can see and what we can't see. Nobody wants to see any information about the victims. We care about the victims and their privacy and the secrecy that goes along with that. What we do care about are a couple of things. First of all, any clients. Who was being trafficked to whom? Okay, and if these clients are still running amok, if they're out there, and they need to be charged. And the idea that there's this madam, again, think about that. A madam, Ghislaine Maxwell. A madam for who? Just Epstein? I don't think so. And the elaborate operation that they ran with all the surveillance cameras and its different estates in various rooms, no, this was not a single operation just for Epstein. It's absolutely ludicrous. He wouldn't have been traveling and doing this with all of these powerful elites unless he had some type of interest in blackmailing them. So Engelmeyer, yes, we do care about corruption in the government. We do care about what our intel agencies and law enforcement agencies knew and when they do it. We care about why Epstein got this non-prosecution agreement and this plea deal. We care about this, and we're going to continue to care about this, and we don't care about your personal opinion at all. Okay, Judge Engelmeyer, we don't care about your opinion. You are not above the system. You're not above the law. You don't get to tell us what we know and what we don't know about the Epstein case. So this ruling, yeah, it's a massive ruling because it once again is an affront. It is an in-your-face to the American people who think that they live in a democratic republic, who think that they live in a constitutional system. Well, the elites have infiltrated this system and have put themselves in places where they can control the information and can control justice. So they're protecting people inside the government, potentially. They're protecting powerful figures in Hollywood. They're protecting the elites. And this is an aristocracy. This is not a democratic republic. And this is the way they've tried to set things up since the 60s. And it's absolutely unacceptable. This revolution from above that these Marxists in robes, these Alinskyite operatives who thought they would just dress up, clean up, put up a suit, brush their hair, and that's what the new radical looks like. We know all of you, by your actions. You know, the Bible talks about you'll know a tree by its fruit. We know who you are by your actions, and we're watching you. And this idea that you can just keep running from accountability and never get there, it is absolutely unacceptable. And we're going to keep calling for accountability because we're not dropping this. You're going to release these documents, and or you should be actually charged with obstruction of justice, as far as I'm concerned. You are not upholding the law. You are perverting the law to serve private ends, corrupt interests, and you should be held accountable to the law. And that's one of the big flaws in our system. These judges, you can have criminals who become judges and who corrupt the law. Where's the accountability for them? You should get no immunity for that. So share your thoughts on this. We appreciate you watching Explain America, and thank you for watching.